Do you ever feel like you're in a season of waiting? Like your dreams are on hold and you do not know when or how they'll come to pass? If so, then the story of Joseph is for you. This video will explore Joseph's incredible journey from being betrayed by his own brothers to slavery, prison, and ultimately to the seat of power in Egypt. It's a story about delayed dreams, deep faith, and what it truly means to trust God's timing when everything around you says it won't happen. Joseph was one of 12 brothers. His father loved him more than the others, which caused jealousy and resentment. They plotted and sold him into slavery. Then a miracle happened. He ended up in the house of Potiphar, an official of Pharaoh, where he became his favorite servant. But as Joseph began to rise in Potiphar's household, trouble came again. Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of a crime, and he ended up in prison. Even in prison, Joseph's faithfulness to God stood out. The chief cupbearer and baker took notice and asked Joseph to interpret their dreams. He correctly predicted that the baker would be put to death and the cupbearer would be restored to his position. Yet neither of them remembered Joseph when their dreams came to pass. So Joseph remained in prison for 2 whole years. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, Joseph was thrown into a dungeon with 2 fellow prisoners whose dreams he also interpreted. One was a nobleman who would be restored to his position, and the other was the king's cupbearer. Again, Joseph was right, but still, no one remembered him. After 2 more years, the king had a troubling dream that no one could interpret. So the cupbearer remembered Joseph and told the king he could solve the problem. Joseph was brought before the king, who explained his dream. Joseph didn't just interpret the dream, gave the king wise counsel, showing him how to prepare for the 7 years of famine that were coming. Pharaoh was so impressed that he made Joseph ruler over all of Egypt. Now, Joseph's brothers had come to Egypt to buy grain, because their father, Jacob, and the whole land of Canaan were suffering from the famine. But they didn't recognize Joseph, who was now the governor of Egypt. Joseph tested his brothers, but eventually revealed himself to them. Although they had betrayed and sold him into slavery, he forgave them. And because of his wise planning, he saved not only his family, but the entire nation of Egypt. Joseph's story teaches us that God's timing is perfect. We may have to wait longer than we want to, but when we trust in God and stay faithful in the difficult times, our dreams will come to pass. When God says wait, it doesn't mean no. It simply means that the time is not yet right. But if we continue to seek Him, we'll know when the time is right. I hope this story brings you hope and encourages you to keep believing in God's perfect timing for your life. Thanks for watching. Please share and like the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on new videos. God bless you.